Hey everyone.
Guys. Welcome to episode 2
of Inside Sauce.
Thank you for all the love that you guys have given us.
Yeah, first episode was great. A lot of
information.
A lot of great information. Feedback.
Episode 2, we start to get into the weeds a little bit. It's all about audition etiquette.
Yeah, the do's, the don'ts.
Yeah, everything that an actor needs to do from when they get the audition. We kind of take you through the whole process from when the casting director sends out the audition, actor receives it, and then from getting into the lobby, and also how you should be behaving in the room.
Yes, and how maybe you shouldn't be behaving in the room.
That's right.
How you shouldn't be behaving in the lobby, and all the things that you can do actually leading up to the audition to put yourself in the best position for success.
That's right.
Right?
And maybe it's like reading the sides before. Oh, wait, no, we get into that in the episode.
No, don't.
You'll see. Ryan and I, we butt heads
combative.
a little bit in this episode.
It was you. I mean, you were a
I
little.
was chill?
You were.
No, you were.
You were feisty.
Okay. I was feisty because I'm the saucy sauce.
I don't think I was very. I thought
you were totally chill.
I was very accepting,
like how you normally are.
Yeah.
So
I
nice.
think I was very forgiving of all of the sort of the aggression which you were
that
throwing
I bring.
At me. Yeah.
So, anyways,
it was hard to navigate, but we got.
It's hard to navigate because you know what? This podcast is the POV of an actor and a casting director, and it's very different our lives that we lead. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so I get very frustrated and agitated because I have to deal with a lot of, just a lot of stuff as an actor. And so I'm sorry that I bring that on you, Ryan.
Yeah. Well, she wants to shine a light on the complexities of the life of an actor. Yeah. That it is not as easy peasy as
lemon
one might
squeezy.
think. Well, yeah. I did cut myself off there. I didn't want to say lemon squeezy. I thought that would maybe be.
Well, that's why I finished your
finished the
sentences.
thoughts. Okay. So here we are. So listen, we're always excited to hear your thoughts. You know, if there's maybe something you thought was missing, that maybe we didn't actually kind of like go down that road far enough, because I feel like all the roads that we do travel down on this, I feel like
at the surface level.
Yeah, I mean,
we're on the main roads. We're on the highways right now.
Yeah, we got to go deep.
We got to go into
we got to go into the bush.
Exactly.
You know
we're going to go into the bush. So let us know what bush you would like us to explore. Okay, let's
get saucy.
Are you ready to get saucy? Are you ready to get saucy? Inside Sauce. All right, so this episode is about audition etiquette. Okay?
Yeah.
So you got to LA, you got an audition.
Yeah.
What are just some of the checklists and things that you need to be mindful of that will help you succeed?
Like when you show up at the audition.
Sure, but even before that. So I'm going to be taking us through some etiquette of when you get the audition notice.
Okay.
And then when we're at the audition, when we show up.
Actually, you know what's interesting is I have no idea actually what you guys see.
Because you're the casting director.
Yeah. So what do you...
You don't even see any of this process. So I love to take you through what I think is proper audition etiquette. And I love to know... I'm going to take you through.
Because then what that's going to do is that's going to lead you to showing up here. And what I'm going to do is when you tell me what your process is leading up to here, is I'm going to tell you, don't do that.
Right.
Or keep doing that. And then when you get here, that's where I'll sort of see how all your preparation sort of gets you to the place of what headspace, where are you at when you arrive here?
Yeah.
All right. So I put all my information into an audition ticket, right? Like, because I'm curious to know what you get.
Okay, yes.
So I put out
we're talking before an actor even gets an audition. This is what you're doing on the back end.
Right. Yeah. So before an actor gets an audition, I've got to build my schedule.
Yeah.
Typically, we tend to send our schedules out the day before.
Right.
To the point where if we do send it out 2 days before, it's inevitable. 10% of the schedule will show up the next day, the day early, basically. So that's why we also don't send it out 2 days beforehand. You think people would read, but sometimes they don't.
I'm just being sarcastic, and I apologize. I don't mean to make fun of you.
You've never come a day early. Late, but never early.
You know that I'm late?
You don't care about being late. So whatever my schedule is, it's like planned off of, breaking down like what roles I need to see when, how many days I've actually been given to cast a spot, blah, blah, blah. All this stuff kind of goes into me building my schedule, right? Okay. So I build it with whoever I'm seeing that day, whatever roles, individuals, groups, whatever. And then I usually put in the notes section if there's stuff. Most of it is just, hey, please confirm for your audition. You're in person. I always have to say in person because, hey, will you take a self-tape? Will you take her? No. So I put in person.
Yeah.
In-person audition, talent must be available for the in-person callback, right? Because I'm like, well, why do I want you to come and audition?
Ryan, you're giving away all my tips.
Okay. But I'm just telling you what I put in there.
You put in there.
And then I put in any specific notes, like, hey, please make sure you bring your passport. Please.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And then I send it out to the agents. And I just...
So when you send it out and you push send, does it go to me or does it go to the agent and then they push send?
I don't know. You tell me.
Okay.
I send it out into the ether.
Okay, so then I receive it.
Yeah.
These are a few things that you should do as an actor when you get an audition. Okay. Look at it and look at the date because normally it's the next day, but sometimes they'll send it out 2 days in advance.
Wait a second. I just said that.
I know. And that's why I'm like, shut up.
Wait,
Let me get to
Stop talking, get to your thing.
This is about audition etiquette. So, and I'm like, you're impeding into my content. So read the audition notice, right? It will have the date. It will have the time. Also, double check the location because sometimes, like this is in Vision Studios, and you think, oh, I gotta, with R&B casting, I'm just gonna come here. But sometimes you'll be at another casting office, like
or
200
it could be at a
South.
remote location or something.
What?
A remote location, like a different location. Like one time for a spot, we were at a gymnasium.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. So
sometimes we do those types of things
mm-hmm.
depending on what we have to see. Like another time I was at a dance studio.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, definitely check the location.
Because I'll always above my notes box is usually the address location.
Right.
And again, if you don't read it, you're going to and you go on default. Yeah. You're going to show
up
here.
You're just going to show up here 2 days late or whatever. So just always double check all of that. Also, other things you need to check is like wardrobe. Sometimes you guys will have specific. You're going to say that too.
I was just going to say wardrobe right now.
See? We're on the same wavelength. Because sometimes they'll say like wear a bathing suit, right? Or one time you made me wear. So if you're
I did a bathing suit. I called you in for a bathing suit. Did I?
Snickers.
Yes.
Or
no.
That was embarrassing. Anyways.
Yeah.
Sometimes be aware of the wardrobe because it's important to kind of see, like actually recently I had bathing suit and you're at like a resort, but I was running late from my day job and I didn't have a chance to get resort wear. So literally I was in this audition wearing corporate business clothes and I tried to like unbutton my button up shirt a little bit to kind of make it look like I'm on a resort, but it was like, you ain't fooling anyone. And at the end of the day, if my performance really merited it, it wouldn't matter.
It shouldn't matter.
Also,
But I do get, it's funny, I do, so what I will get from a director or even some agency will be, why is everybody dressed like either... why aren't they wearing bathing suits?
Yeah.
They're supposed to be at a resort.
Right.
Somebody came in a suit.
Yeah.
Like I will get those notes.
Random, yeah.
I mean, they're not. It's not going to prevent the person from getting a call back.
Right.
But it's weird things that people just know that you're coming into the room to audition, but then there's a whole bunch of other stuff that's happening. Like we got directors. Agency watching
right
all this stuff.
You just want to make it as easy as possible for them to imagine the commercial, I feel, and you living and breathing in that. It's really about selling. We're in the business of selling, so sell it with the wardrobe if you can.
On that, sometimes I'll change the wardrobe for callbacks based on
the notes
or any kind of feedback I get off of first calls. If somebody doesn't like what I had asked them to wear, or I'll get things like,
because they're like, why is Ryan asking everyone to show up like with I'm just kidding. Cleave. Show them cleaves. And then the agency is like, why is everyone so busty? You know what I mean? We're just selling,
so inappropriate.
We're selling Tylenol, acetaminophen pills.
Yeah.
Anyways.
But I'll get notes like, hey, can Susan come and tell her she needs to have her hair back? Or as an example.
Right. Or maybe can she do it without her glasses?
Yeah.
Is that
small little
things.
strange notes.
But also it's good to check the wardrobe, because if it's like must be comfortable in a bathing suit, and if you're not, that's a good time to tell your agent, hey, actually I'm not really comfortable in a bathing suit. I don't know if I want to do this audition, and you need to voice that now.
Yeah, that is so important.
Right.
Because when you show up to that to my audition, if you've read everything, then you're good.
You're good for everything. You're good with everything.
The expectation is then, okay, great. There aren't any issues.
No issues.
You
can't be put on a veil and be like,
oh, I have a nut allergy.
I'm a little embarrassed.
Oh, right. Yes, I jumped to nut allergies. You're talking,
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
If they say, like, are you allergic to anything? I go, no, because I will take steroids or whatever.
What are you allergic to?
I can't tell you, because I did book something where I was allergic.
It's okay.
I am allergic to cats, and I did.
Yeah.
There was one.
Sure.
The Discovery
so you take
one with
you
cats.
take some Benadryl.
I took Zyrtec.
Yeah.
And it's fine. And I was like, I'll bring some steroids and EpiPen, whatever it needs. Let's do it. Let's get this money.
Listen, you're under no obligation to tell me. Okay. You should probably share if you're allergic to nuts, if you're going to die and you're on a Planters or a peanut butter commercial or you're on an airplane and it's a peanut commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You might die. That's not cool. But if you have a handle on it, like, for you, you're like, well, listen, I know what my allergy is. And if I can do X, Y, or Z, no one's going to know. Mm-hmm. That's your call. That's your professional call. You're not under any obligation to, tell me.
Right.
But you need to tell us if it's going to get in the way of you, I don't know, living another day.
Or
I mean, dying. Because nobody wants that.
There's liability, and we will sue.
We do not want
I'm dead,
blood
and I'm
going to
sue postmortem.
That's right.
For all you've got. Okay, so yes. Read through the audition. Yeah. See if there's anything that you have issues with, and bring it up to your agent.
That's right.
At that time.
Dates,
conflicts. That's a huge one.
Yeah. We'll list if it's a night shoot. Sometimes, if it's not a night shoot, we'll list things that are like, hey, going to be in the Pacific Ocean.
Right.
Must be okay with cold water.
Being on a boat. You might have motion sickness.
All that kind of stuff.
Right.
Like it's usually there.
Right.
And you just can't show up because, God, what do you get on? Like, if you lie and you get on set and you're throwing up, and it's like, oh, emotions. It's like, come on,
you're fucking up the whole shoot.
Yeah, that could be that day. Could be $1 million day.
Right.
That they can't do anymore because the person wasn't being honest.
Because at the end of the day, it's not just like booking this one job. To have a sustainable commercial career, you're developing relations with the casting director, with the production, with the director, right? So
it's trust.
Right. And so you want to there's going to be other jobs. So if you don't think that this one is right for you, then it's good to tap out now.
Yes.
Tap out. Okay.
Okay. So
now we're here at the audition.
Okay. So you've done everything on your part. You've read through all the things. You've, are there sides that were posted, not sides that were posted? Right? You got to look at all that stuff.
Look at all that stuff. Read it.
And if there's no sides posted, and we don't mention anything about sides, maybe please, for the love of God, don't ask your agent to reach out to me if there's any sides.
Really?
Oh, God. It's like, at the audition.
I know. You'll get it. Ryan is notorious. He doesn't like to post sides. Everything is super confidential, if it's just Walgreens commercial. It's like, we know Walgreens is...
I don't not like to post the sides. I just don't like posting the sides.
You just don't like to set up actors for success.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
Yeah. What?
I'm kidding. It's fine.
No, but do other people typically post the sides even if you have one word?
Yeah. Even if there's no words.
Really?
I will tell you why. Because it helps the actors understand what the commercial is about and what you're maybe looking for.
Okay.
So I went in for one a couple days ago, 15-second spot, okay? No lines. I know what's going on. And at the end of the day, for me, I want to know what I need to give. You know what I mean? And what is the objective of this commercial? What are we selling? What is the vibe that we're giving off, the tone, all that stuff, right? So also I see, it's a 15-second spot. We don't have time to dilly-dally. We need to get to these, whatever, you know what I mean? And it does help for actors because at the end of the day, I also, sometimes when you don't post it and I come in and then we get here and then we have to read it or whatever. Sometimes it's really fast and it's chaotic in here and then there's a lot of people and then Henry will give all these directions. He's a session director. And sometimes it's overwhelming and sometimes a lot of actors work differently and I need to kind of maybe process things. I need to take time to kind of process and be like, oh, I see what they're kind of going for. So maybe this one is, do you understand what I'm saying? So it definitely helps. All it does is help.
Sure. But also here's why I don't do sides, because sometimes, great, we get the sides from, hold on.
It's not don't get offended.
No, not offended.
No.
I'm getting,
okay.
I really don't.
Hold on.
I really don't
Hold
like
on.
you. I don't like you.
I know that.
I really don't
Feelings
like
are
you.
mutual.
Oh God. No. So what I would just say to you is, I don't know. Like, show up early. Show up.
Yeah.
Do you need how much time? Let's say your time's at 2:30. Okay, show up at 2:00 if you're one of those that needs to come and really kind of or show up 10 minutes before. But yeah, I guess to your point, sure. If you show up, your time's at 2:30. You show up at 2:30. You sign in, and then you got the stuff, and there's things to do, and it's like, hey, okay, listen. I'm not responsible for whether or not you decide to show up early or not. Mm-hmm. You show up at the audition, you sign in. I'm like, okay, you ready?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if you're not, and if you don't want to, and if you need time and you need that, show up at the audition, get the lay of the land, show up early so that you can decide, oh, I should sign in, or, oh, I should take the copy. Yeah. Make that decision on your own.
Okay, so I'll do when you get there, the etiquette. The etiquette's for when you arrive at the audition.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying that to your point about not having the sides.
Right, so that's the thing. It's like show up early, right? And going along with the sides, which is no big deal. A lot of people also don't give you the sides. So
and we also, listen, I know, but this is important because if I give you the sides and they've got dialogue in them and you, memorize the dialogue. And now between when I sent the sides out yesterday and today,
there's changes.
I could have received different. All the time I received different scripts and I received line changes.
Right.
And so
here's my
okay, please. No.
Etiquette is when you get to the audition, right? Even before you sign in, you get in. Know where the hell you're going. Know what you're auditioning for. A lot of people are like, huh? Like I see so many people go into them like, look at the board. There's a board that'll tell you what the brand or product is and what room, okay? So it's like, check that and be like, okay, I go to Studio 4. Go to Studio 4. You'll see, here's a script for the day, if there's a script. And then they'll also be like, here are the dates, make sure you're available. Double check, make sure that there are no changes from the audition link that you got.
We do these systems, right? So we send it out with the audition.
Yep.
Then we post all the stuff at the audition. I even on my lobby sheets, I repost the conflict.
Right.
That in theory your agents have already received and vetted.
Right.
Because I'm getting there. I get people, we put them on a veil.
Right, and there's a conflict.
Oh, no, sorry, we forgot, or they forgot, or they didn't tell us. And it's like, come on.
And that's not just on the agent's responsibility. Yes, it's important for them to know your conflicts, but also as an actors, we should know what our conflicts are as well. So that's why it's good to kind of double check, because the last thing you want to do is be on a veil and be like, oh shit, I have another bank commercial that I'm doing. And everyone will get mad. Ryan will get really mad if you think this is mad.
But that's just like taking control of like
your business.
Your business and what you're doing. You can't just be like, no, I got so many commercials and I don't even know what's going on. Well, then do a better job of maybe keeping a ledger or something of, well, just keep notes.
Keep the ledger, keep the notes. Okay. get to the audition, just double check the script, see if there are any changes.
Yes.
Sign in, know what your role is, right?
Yep.
Like I always go back to my audition notice and be like, okay, female mom BIPOC or whatever. What?
BIPOC. Female mom BIPOC?
Or not female, just mom BIPOC. I don't know. I just came up with it. You remember you were saying improv is yes and? You don't have to.
Well, no, but BIPOC. Is it like a person of color yeah. I was like, what?
You don't usually do that, but a lot of other auditions will come in. They'll be like, tennis instructor BIPOC, because they'll be looking at tennis instructor white and then tennis instructor BIPOC.
God, really?
Yeah.
It's interesting, actually, that how other people do it. It's
right.
like if I
they give you sides
if I
in
want
advance.
to see if I want to see BIPOC and I don't want to see white,
right. You'll just say
I won't schedule white.
Right. Yeah.
I'll just schedule BIPOC. I mean.
So anyways, you sign in,
yes.
Okay? Put your name, whatever time your audition.
Yes.
Sit down and be quiet. Just kidding. Yes, I know etiquette is, you guys are running multiple sessions. It's best not to be loud. However, yes, I know. And I do this all the time. You see people and be like, oh my God,
yes.
Stephen, how are you? La, 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 la. Right? And then Henry, your session director, will be like, oh, I'm just trying to record this subtle performance for David Shane, and Susan's outside screaming her head off. He'll come out and be like, guys, seriously, I need you guys to be quiet. Henry does that.
Yes, he does do that.
So in the lobby, try to keep it down. And if you see people, you got to be like,
well, here, listen. Okay.
Yes.
So that's crazy.
What? I know you hate me. That's what it is. So sometimes you don't see people for a long time.
You're right though. Sometimes it is. It's yeah. So
especially actors, we're so dramatic and
show up, sign in, look at the script, and look. If you want to socialize and you're like, you know what, I've got this.
Yeah.
This is a reaction off some guy doing a spit take. I've got this. Yeah. Great. Then socialize or whatever. Do whatever you want, I guess, but just don't disrupt other people.
Right.
And, just, again, be considerate of, I guess, the workspace.
Right.
In that, we've got, I don't know, here in this facility, right, we got 5 studios.
Right.
It's a somewhat sort of more intimate bullpen out there. And, so again, sound carries.
Right.
And so, we would want to afford you the same courtesy of a nice, quiet, intimate scene without being disrupted by somebody going, blah, 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 Stephen, that kind of stuff.
So sometimes you'll get paired up.
Yes.
Sometimes you get paired up as husband and wife or best friends or whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
And, when given the opportunity, it's great to kind of like establish a rapport before going into the audition with someone who's your husband, or just even maybe running lines together, because having a little bit before does help than going like not talking at all and then like getting into the audition room and be like, oh, hey, I'm Susan, nice to meet you. And then be like, oh, honey, you know what I mean? Like, you can't sell it. You know what I mean?
I 100%, like, to me, this is all like, this is on you, like,
Oh yeah, you don't even know this process.
No, I mean, I do. Yeah. I mean, listen, in general, I think, if you're paired up with somebody and your husband and wife or your boyfriend, girlfriend, or your best friends, and you don't know that person, it probably doesn't hurt you to be out there in the lobby kind of at least getting a little bit of something, because again, when you get in the room, it's not like we've got a 55-minute scene happening. You've got a really short script, you've got a moment, and it's like, great, you got maybe 2 takes for us to see.
Yeah.
And if you're one of those actors that you're like, I don't need that.
Yeah.
I can just kind of great. I'm not out there to tell you what your process needs to be. My whole thing is, when you get in the room and we roll, I mean,
you better sell it.
Be ready.
But sometimes, like with a husband and wife situation, I do in advance, like, do you care if I put like my hand on your back, or
I guess
do like this, or what is this? What is this called?
Spooning.
Yeah.
Canoodling. What?
Just putting my arm around their arm or whatever. Just because you don't want to like get in the room. Can we do a little quick do-si-do? Because, you don't want to get in the room and the guy just like touches inappropriately or whatever without a heads up, or like, you know what I mean? Because then it might F me up in my psyche.
Sure.
And then be like, oh, and then I'll fuck up my audition.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's just good to kind of like establish.
Yeah,
those
but
kind
I
of
don't know. I mean,
bases.
I guess there are a fair amount of, I find actually more often in callbacks, we have directors that are like, yeah, can you guys not maybe put your
Touch.
arms around each other,
Okay.
or, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
to a certain degree, there's something about that feels kind of like actually
Trying too hard.
inauthentic and trying
Yeah.
too hard. And I am showing you that we're a couple.
Right.
And versus like, that's versus, I guess, going back to the rapport thing, it's kind of like sometimes you got to see the energy, and you can tell by people's body language, but that doesn't mean I've got my arm around you. I've got my hand holding your hand,
Yeah.
or whatever it is.
Right. Like one time I was just sitting with a guy and we just went, oh, honey. And I touched his knee, and that was it. It wasn't like me being like, you're mine.
Yeah.
You
should 100% check that. But, and also, yeah, I don't know.
Jim Jenkins recently, I was in the room with Court, who I know personally.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, can you guys make it look like you guys are a couple, right? We're like, oh, okay, sure. And then I was like, on his arm, and he's like, just too fucking much. And I was like, yeah.
Good. Yeah.
Thank you for the note. Because I was really like, how am I going to sell that we're a couple? Oh. And Jim's like,
yeah, he's like, no, hard pass.
Get her out.
Hard pass, yeah.
I don't want to see her ever again.
Yeah.
And also usually when you get there, they'll have an explanation, right? So they'll bring you in and they'll explain to you what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
With what they want you to do in the audition.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you walk in towards like not where you would audition, because they're going to be up there and they're going to show you. So come to where the cameras are, and then whoever the session director will explain what they want. At that point, you need to listen so intently at what is being said, right? Because this is where it's like, they don't want to explain this. Like, I think session directors, it's like probably a painful job, because you have to constantly be like, okay, this is what you're doing. And then the actors will come in. They weren't listening, and they'll be like, okay, so what do I do? And it's like,
when I was running camera, I was a session director.
Yeah.
I was known for lulling the room to sleep with the longest explanations.
No, I don't believe that.
But I would could be. It was back in the day when I was running TV. You had somebody cranking a wheel and then splicing film, and no, it wasn't that long ago. But we had. I worked for Joe Blake.
Okay.
That's where I kind of came up, and man, he was known for overscheduling a day. I mean, it was fucking crazy. We would, and it was, and I tell this to the little sidebar, because all the guys that work for me now, I'm like, you guys, it's so old curmudgeon-y bastard. You guys got it so lucky.
Yeah.
Back in my, you've got an assistant now and helping you set up. And back in my day, I had to write my own board, get my whole podium and lobby set up, get everything organized, and I had to take Polaroids and staple them to the size cards and stack the size cards. And you guys, but looking back on it, I loved that sort of like, it's going to sound so stupid, but just that adrenaline of having a lobby so deep in people,
right.
And you're rolling off Polaroids, 10-jar roll, slap it up, throw the cartridge, pop another cartridge. It was like a weird fucking just war zone.
Yeah.
Then you get everybody in the room, and I would give these detailed explanations because I didn't have time.
Right.
I had time for 2 takes, period. And it's like, if you didn't get it on the first take, I didn't give you a second take.
Ooh.
And you'd be gone. And then if you kind of got it, then I would kind of try to direct exactly what I just said in the explanation to get you to do for that second take. And then boom, you're out. Because there's so many people.
Right.
So when I'd kind of trained Henry and I trained Shannon, a couple other guys, I would give these long explanations. Yeah. And so Henry now, his explanations are fairly long and fairly detailed.
Right.
And I think some other session directors don't. Other offices, they don't.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, you could kind of tune it out if you want in the room. But all we're doing is we're literally trying to give you exactly what you need to do.
Right.
that we think will get you the call back.
Right.
Like that, like it's that detail that we're like, listen, if we say walk in, walk to this mark, look up over there, then have a thought. It's like we're telling you all that stuff because for us, this is what the directors and the agency, whatever, they've gotten their treatment or they've gotten the thing. Like we need to see this. Mm-hmm. So like that's always been my thing.
Right.
Whether, you know, is I guess I can let you try to find everything in the audition, like find the moments, find the intention. But I'm not giving you 19 takes, right? So if you don't find it on the first one and you're kind of stumbling through it on the second one, well, you're not going to have the best showing. And that I'm like, no, listen, good actors, great. Let me give you here. Let me give you.
This is what I want.
This is what I want.
You can add your flavor.
Yes. Now you can add your own little sauce or spice to it.
Ooh, sauce.
Saucy.
Inside Sauce podcast.
Not a plug. Unintentional. But then you can add your own little thing to it. And that's what makes, because it's all like a little bit of a template. Yeah. Right? Because everybody's kind of doing the same thing. They're walking in from the same direction. How do you keep it fresh and interesting?
Right. That's on the actor.
That's on the actor. That's where they have the opportunity with, if I don't have to think about or overthink what I'm doing, because it's been, I've given you all, and this is why I don't give you the script ahead of time. Because I give you everything. I try to anyway. Yeah. Give you everything when you get in there.
It really bothers you that I said that. It's okay. No, I will tell. Yeah, go on. You give me everything in the explanation.
So that hopefully you can be like, great, now I'm beyond all the trying to, I can just actually.
And actually not giving a script in advance helps actors not pre-plan.
Right. Because it's so hard to get them out of. If we've had a shift.
If I'm like, oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do a turn and a smirk.
That's right.
And then in the explanation, you guys, no smiles. This is very serious. I'm like, what? And then from repetition, I'm going to be turning and smirking. And you know what I mean? You don't want to pre-plan.
Here's what's crazy to me. When you walk in the room, it's your turn, and you walk in the room, there's nothing wrong with you saying, hey, sorry. So, okay, I just have one question here. I know you want me to do this, this, and this. But what was that other part? Or where was it?
I do that all the
That's
time.
totally okay.
Fine,
But there's so many actors that feel like, oh, I can't ask anything. I can't ask a question. It's
no,
like,
you're 100%.
Please. The wrong time to ask a question is like when we say, hey, so everybody good? You have any questions? No, I'm good. Do the take. And it's like, no. You should have had questions, because
ask the questions in the explanation when you get into the audition room. This is also about you as an actor kind of taking ownership and responsibility. You need to be like, okay, sorry, can you explain to me what were you, I do this all the time. What were you saying about this? And then where do you want me to look? Okay, great. And yeah, that's it. Ask the questions.
Yeah.
But don't come into the room ready to do your audition and be like, okay, sorry, wait, what do we do? That's not
what do we do, but it's okay to clarify a point.
Of course, yes.
And the worst thing would be to do a take and be like, okay, sorry, what do we do? What are we doing? I'm sorry, I think I missed this, that, and the other thing. And then, I don't know.
You're out.
Yeah.
And it's like, get out of here. One thing I usually do, and the script is usually always up on a board, which is great, we have to put it up on a board.
Yes. We can't ask you to memorize. Otherwise we have to pay you.
Pay me. So that's why you don't need the script a day in advance. And that's why it's okay if it's given at the audition, because they already have it up for you to reference when you need.
And a lot of times we'll make the eye lines, if it's a heavy dialogue, yes, and we do have heavy dialogue auditions, you know, for all those listening going, it's commercials. There's sometimes a lot of dialogue. Sometimes
spokesperson roles, you know what I mean? Especially very technical jargon like AT&T Fiber Wireless Connect gets me. You know that is, and the clients will want those lines perfect.
So a lot of the times, we'll make the eye line, the dialogue board,
which is great.
We are here. To try and make it
easy, set us up for success. Send us the scripts in advance or not, up to you. So yes, if you are familiar, if it is a spokesperson or very lengthy dialogue, it's heavy dialogue. Yeah. No, you're not required to memorize it, but it behooves you to be very familiar with it so that you can really sell I was saying earlier, that wasn't selling a confident business owner. You know what I mean? Like if you're reading and you're not like, as an actor, kind of like prepared, you're not giving like, with my company, you know, and giving that
actor prepares.
An actor prepares. So
So sometimes they have the board up, right?
Yeah,
And
but Susan, sorry, this is going to bring us back to the lobby thing. When you come in the lobby, listen, if you're not going to take the time to sit there with the script and learn the script, and you want to sit there and catch up with the friends and talk about the oh my gods and this and that, and then you come in the room and you've listened to the explanation and you have no questions, and then you get in there, it's like it's bad form to then you get in there because
bad etiquette.
Well, what are you doing? No, but what are you doing? You're leaving the opportunity for one of my session directors to be like, hey, by the way, so and so
Susan sucks. Never bring her in.
Hey, just
Not
came into the
prepared.
room. Blah blah blah. Feedback.
Ooh.
Okay, so feedback goes up in here. It's like, okay.
So as an actor, it's all about being consistent and delivering good work every time you come, right? So be familiar with the script if you can. They're not requiring you to memorize it, but it's good to have an idea of like what you're selling or whatever. And there is a board. Now, what I like to do in the room, and sometimes I do need to ask them to give me 1 second, is I will look at the board and I'll read so that I know that if I'm looking at the camera or something else, and if I need to access the board for lines, I know kind of where that part of the script is.
So that's another massive thing that people don't do. They come in the room.
Yeah.
Because I know, look, the session director.
So you agree with my tip?
I agree with your
of reading
tip.
the board?
I agree with absolutely coming into the room. Great. He said the session director's like standing the mark, or the session director is usually, plugging in names in the computer and this and that. So, okay, you got to quickly, either A, you say, hey, can I just take a second?
Yeah.
Board, my eye line.
Right.
Like take that moment. Or if some people will say yes, some people will say no. Some session directors are great. Some aren't. Some are kind of like, no, man, let's just go. Get in here.
I never had that.
Hopefully not with my, not.
No, of course not.
But
no one will be like, no, you cannot look at the board.
Trust me, back in the day when I was running
when
camera,
I was growing up, everyone
we
was
had
an
a
asshole.
lot of that. We were so under duress.
No, just go. No looking at the board.
No, it was literally crazy. I literally still have dreams. Like some people have like, oh, I'm naked on the pitching mound, or oh, I'm in the middle of a concert naked, or whatever it is. Mine is a lobby, just endless heads of actors that have been waiting there and were 2 hours behind, and I've got to take all of the Polaroids and all of the faces, and that's my fever dream. And it's been that I've had that dream since probably the first time that happened to me working for Joe, and that's maybe almost.
So now you schedule.
It's 20 years.
Still bothers you.
Yes, and it haunts me.
When am I going to be seen? How much longer?
Oh my God.
I gotta go pick up my child.
That's bad etiquette right there.
What
it's like coming into an audition and being like, my time's way more important than everybody else's time. So you know what? You got to do a better a job of like trying to organize your day.
Right.
And
you do too.
Well, if we couldn't accommodate, if every single one of you guys that has a time asks your agent for a time frame or some flexibility, and I'll just show up when I can show up, that messes up everybody else in the room and all that kind of stuff. And so, listen, if you've got to go and you got to be somewhere hard out at 3:00, man, don't show up at 2:55 and say I got to be out at 3:00. You know what? Show up at 2:00. Say I got a hard out at 3. Is there a way to? Are you able to accommodate me? And if we can, absolutely, because we've called you in. So in theory, we would like to see you. Right. That's why you've got a time, and the 19,000 other people that didn't get one don't have a time, and you do great.
Yeah.
Audition times are, and look, we've seen the what are the flyers that some people, you are one out of 18,000 that got an audition. But to a certain degree, you got to
if you got an audition,
that's a big thing.
Be thankful for it. Be mindful of the time. This is a business, right?
Yes.
It's not, no one's like, we're all here to like make money. I'm not doing this for shits and giggles or as a hobby, right? Treat it like a business. Even when you get the audition, you're like, oh shoot, this timing doesn't work out for me. You could ask your agent to see if there's timelines, which I know, sometimes you need to make that happen.
And if I say there's not a timeline and I relay that to your agent and they relay that to you, and well, then don't just decide to kind of show up anyway because you're like, well, I don't want to miss this audition. Right. Well, I probably didn't give you a time frame or something because, you know what? I've got 2 people scheduled every 15 minutes, and it's a guy and a girl, and I have to see a guy and a girl together. And so if somebody shows up out of their time, and now I've got 3 girls and 1 guy, and now I've got to hold and wait.
It's a whole thing. If you're going to have any kind of scheduling issues, show up a little early and voice it.
Yeah. And
then as an actor, if you're not in any hurry, kind of just like, throw them a bone and be like, I've done this too, or I'm like, you can go ahead of me. I don't care. I'm not in a rush to get out of here. I don't have any kids to pick up or whatever. So it's like, I'm happy to be flexible. Like, let's just all kind of be kind and human and just understand that sometimes people have scheduling situations, and just let's all try to make it work. These are just etiquette, right? Yeah. We're not getting in too much into No,
and not into the workflow. But yeah, the etiquette. I mean, yes, walk into the room, assess your landscape.
Yeah.
Right. Your environment, your board, your eye lines. Clarify anything that you need to clarify with the explanation, what needs to be done. Then just listen, hey, wait,
sit in the moment.
On the sleigh, what's your name? Oh, hold on. Wait till I ask you. Like sometimes it's even small things like that.
Like what?
In terms of things that I know
you're not listening.
You don't even think about this, but it's like as simple as 2 people up there.
Yeah.
Session director will be like, wait for me to ask your name before you give me your name.
Okay.
Right. Great. And then they see the camera swing and it's like,
Hi, I'm Susan Song.
Right. No, sorry. Just please, can you wait until I ask you for your...
Hi, I'm Susan Song.
Right. And so...
Willing to shave.
It's all those things. And if you imagine that happens...
Listening is so key.
35 times a day, you know what I'm saying?
And this is why I think it's when actors are in the audition room, sometimes it's nerve-wracking.
Yes.
And they're thinking, this is what I'm going to do. These are the lines.
I know.
And so they're in their head. Really what you need to do in the room is just be present and listen. Really listen and yes, and that's it.
Yeah.
Because you also need to be flexible.
You have to relax.
You need to relax and don't give a shit. Okay, it's fine. We don't need your pre-planned stuff. Usually it's not that funny anyways. And then... they'll give you notes and then just take the note, because sometimes if you pre-plan, you can't take the note. You're going to turn and go, the smirk, Anyway.
That famous Susan smirk gets it every time.
But yeah, and it's just like being nice and being nice to
Can we book the smirk, please?
And be nice to your scene partner.
Yeah.
Listen and, give and take. And that's it.
I mean, it's if you think of it, it's really just kind of simple human interaction.
Be a normal person, but I think for commercial auditions, it's very hard to be a normal person.
As an example, in a callback.
Yeah.
Let's say you've done your audition.
Yeah.
Right? And you finish your audition.
Yeah.
And the director, somebody says, great, thanks very much. Don't do this. Oh, that's it? That's all you want? That's everything? It's kind of like...
that's it? You don't want to see me do it again?
Yep. No.
It's just, it's do your fucking audition and then get the fuck out of there. Okay?
Yeah.
Don't ask for more takes. You had 2 opportunities. You should have listened in the explanation. That's it. No, you're not some special Meryl Streep where we're going to take the time. You know what I mean? You have 1 shot to get it right. And if you're not, you need to leave Hollywood. We don't have time for this shit.
Hey.
Right? I hit the mic.
You hit the mic.
Anyways, that's it.
Yeah, so...
And that's our episode.
Strong beliefs, huh? Hey, thanks for listening to Inside Sauce.
Don't forget, you guys can subscribe to us on YouTube or any listening platform of your choice. And if you
like... Smash that like button. Sorry.
Smash it!
Smash it.
And if you liked what you heard, maybe leave us a 5-star review.
No 4 stars, please.
And if you didn't like what you heard, then just keep it to yourself. And don't do anything
Listen,
publicly.
If you want to, for the latest updates about our podcast, follow us on Instagram at Inside Sauce Podcast.
That's right. Or email us at insidesaucepodcast@gmail.com or visit our website, insidesaucepodcast.com. Stay saucy.